Today we have the top 10 users right now in Madden 26. If you guys saw the first, or I guess the second one I made of these, we are going to be doing the top 10 safety users and middle linebacker slash Sam slash Will slash Mike users. So yeah, there'll be two top 10 lists in this video depending on what you prefer. So I feel this is probably the best way to do it. But as far as this weekend goes, we have today's video Friday. Tomorrow is going to be best cards at each position. Sunday, I rate your teams. But of course, speaking of I rate your teams, as this video goes live, so does the I rate your teams tweet. So if you want a chance to have your team rated, which it probably will be, I feel like this week we might get a lot of submissions, but I'm going to try to do as many as possible. So yeah, link for the Twitter down in the description. Go over there, send me a picture of your team, and more than likely you will be a part of Sunday's episode. Anything else I need to say? Hit the subscribe button, road to 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for the support on the channel. And oh yeah, of course, if you're looking to add a top 10 user to your team, head over to MMOEXP, the cheapest, most reliable MUT coins on the market. Use my code FERDY at checkout for 6% off. A link for their website is in the description. Okay, so to get us started, we have our honorable mentions slash like budget, and this does go for both linebackers and safety. So first up, Nick Cross, 14K for him is a great purchase. The main stats we're kind of looking for is, can you support the run? Coverage is important to a certain extent, but we're looking for height. Can you be a guy that can play in the box, or will you get taken out of place easily if they run the ball? We're looking for agility, COD, and of course speed. Height are probably the two most important. Like speed, height is probably it. So speed, height, and decent against the run as well. Like that's pretty good for a card for 30K to buy Diablo. Sean Taylor, 80K. He's a card that when he comes out, he's normally a card you'd want to use as an over-the-top guy, because over the top you'd rather have the better coverage, the better stats. So Sean Taylor is now kind of graduated. If you have like a Commanders team, probably he's graduated down into someone that is now a user, and a very good user at that. Good agility, good COD, good zone, good speed, and decent against the run, and 6'2" is a good height. And Sean Taylor, of course, just moves well, plays well, always. It's Sean Taylor. Jerome Baker, 14K, 85 speed, lower COD, but has that good speed. If you have one of his theme teams, you could of course run him. We got Peyton Wilson, 6'4", 238 pounds, good against the run, has the speed as well. And then for the abilities, he does get that little extra ability, which is going to be strip specialist on him, which is not bad, right? And of course, lurk artist for 2 is also very good. We then have Akeem Davis Gaither here, 15K for him, good agility, acceleration, speed, a good option, 15K, right? We have options here. We then have Trenton Simpson. This is our final honorable mention slash budget card. And for his special ability, he's going to get, oh, he doesn't get one. Wait, I thought he was an 86. No, he's an 83. He's an 83. Never mind. Does not get a special ability. And also doesn't get, he does get lurker, but no lurk artist. So, yeah. But really, it's the 90 acceleration. It's 6'2". It's the speed. It's the decent run stats as well. For that price, is pretty good. All right. Into our safeties. Again, like when I look at safeties and free safeties to pick for this list, I kind of use my judgment a little bit, which I could have some misses. I could have some hits in here. I use my judgment and I look at a card based on if anyone would actually use him as a user, or is this a guy you look at, you pick up, and he only plays over the top for you. So that's kind of the way I looked at some of these cards. If there is any like obvious ones that I missed, that's probably why. So if there's a card on here that you really like to user that's not in this top 10 for safeties, comment it down below. So I feel like I can look at guys and be like, oh, you would never, use her like a Minka Fitzpatrick. Normally, I feel like he's a guy that plays over the top. So Brian Branch is the first one. I also do like picking run support, strong safeties. That's probably my favorite to go with because they have those run stats, this is pretty good here. He's 6 foot, kind of lower agility and COD. That's kind of why he's on the back end of this list, despite being a high overall card. But yeah, very good over the top, but also a very good user. I'm on the fence with Brian Branch if I would want to user him. Deshaun Elliott, kind of the same thing as Branch. He's going to have the tackling, the man coverage, 6'1", COD and agility kind of low, but good speed and good against the run, like good tackling stats. Definitely someone that can play inside the box there. Pat Tillman, again, another one of those guys I'm like on the fence about. Like probably a guy you pick up and play over the top, but thinking back to like how I used Pat Tillman cards in the past, mainly Madden 20, he was a box guy. He's like someone you probably play like in the slot around the ball, and he played fine. And this card has those stats. Like he's got good run support stats besides the impact block, but it's the zone coverage. It's the height at 5'11" isn't great either, but it's the agility COD that's gonna make him move better than these two cards. So that's why I went Pat Tillman over those two. despite being a shorter option. That's why I went Pat Tillman. All right, next up, we got Grant Delpit. This is a card you pick up, and I think he's pretty much a card you might put right at user. You might put him right at user, honestly. 6'3", good COD, good agility, 90 zone coverage, good hit power. And then for abilities, like we're just looking, like I feel like for safeties, abilities for user isn't that important. It doesn't hurt to have, but they animate regardless. So like Grant Delpit's cool. Kyle Duggar, another one of those cards that you probably just picked up and just put him right at user, but only 100K for this guy is honestly insane value. Mainly, the main reason why he's here, despite having like lower agility, lower COD, lower speed than some of the guys that might be behind him, is simply because of the run support stats. Like, look at this: 80 block shed, 89 impact block. These stats are insane for a safety to be your sub linebacker user. It's insane. All right, Taylor Rapp up next. The agility, the COD, the speed, and the zone coverage is good and decent against the run. Again, not as well rounded as Kyle Duggar, but very good. Like that little extra speed, I would probably go Taylor Rapp and the agility as well. Next up, Isaiah Simmons, 85K for this card, 6'4", 240 pounds. Isaiah Simmons, whenever he comes out in MUT, just know what time it is. Just know he's gonna be insane, like game changing for you. 87 speed, 87 acceleration, and really a lot of these cards are good cards to pick up. So you have like a Jets theme team and you need a user. Isaiah Simmons is someone you just pick up, put right in that sub linebacker spot, and instant impact. Even at only 87 speed, it's a great card. And he's always good. We then have Kyle Hamilton. So when I look at Kyle Hamilton, again, all 32 team chems. So I view him through the lens of he has at least 87 speed. Can be 88, or maybe even can be 89 if you have him at that point. He's probably the best user in the game. At 6'4", 221. Run is support. There's room to be desired, but I think with his ability to be boosted and just how he moves in game, I think he belongs up this high. Honestly, I really do. Okay, before we get into our last two cards, I want to talk about this Tristan McCollum. And by the way, I don't know if y'all can see the little candies up there. Maybe candy's coming, little leak maybe. But Tristan McCollum is coming out next, I think Wednesday or Thursday. It's the 15th. I think it might be a Wednesday. No, I think it's a Wednesday. I don't know, but I'm gonna do a video that whenever it's gonna come out, showing you guys how to get this card and all the stuff about him. So Tristan McCollum, whenever he's not technically on this list, but whenever he does come out, he's a 6'3", 89 agility. The only issue is like the stamina really, but the speed, the size, and all 32 team chems, he will be the best user in the game when he comes out. I just want to mention that in this video, just so you're aware. And if you're on the fence of if it's worth it or not to link your EA account and put a Twitch stream on in the background for a card like this, it 100% is. And again, another 32 team chem card. Okay, Isaiah Palamau is up next. Again, he's not in here. He will be the best, but he's not out yet. So Isaiah Palamau, again, made to be a user, 6'4". He's kind of, I think he's like better than Duggar for like as far as like guys you pick up and put right in that spot, like pure like user guys. Mainly because he has that 90 agility and he's taller. Run support, I'd still go Duggar, but Isaiah Palamau with that 90 agility at 6'4", this card moves crazy. You hate to play against him. And number one, it's got to be Taylor Mays. I think Taylor Mays is another guy that even when he first came out, you pick him up, he's your user, right? It feels wrong to like get a Taylor Mays and play him over the top almost. He's got to be your user. He's got to be your sub linebacker. But yeah, it's Taylor Mays, man. What more can be said about Taylor Mays? Okay, into our linebackers. First up, Levante David. The linebackers are usually more expensive. Like you're not going to have like an Isaiah Simmons type for a linebacker, but you might. I don't really remember how I did this. I don't maybe I did put a budget one in. I don't really remember. Levante David though, great card. Obviously, it's Levante David. He's a little bit clunky with the movement, but does get lurk artist for 2 AP. A little bit, agility, but the run support stats are there and zone is there. So I think you're obviously gonna have a lot better run support when it comes to a linebacker than you are with really any safety besides Kyle Duggar, I guess. And even Taylor Mays had good stats too. We then have Zach Bond, slightly better movement than Levante David, and you're gonna have that lurk artist as well. So 2 good cards to get started, both LTDs from game time. Both guys are still doing it at a high level. And next up, we got Mac Wilson Sr. If I hadn't played against this guy, I probably would have put him behind these two because like stat wise, he's probably the main reason why he's here is just because of the run support. Like him against the run is so good. Him in coverage is so good. Despite having like the lower CRD and agility, I probably would have put him lower, but I might even have him 2 low or too high up. You know what I'm trying to say? Too low or too. You know, he might deserve to be in a higher spot. Like, you know, I'm confusing myself. You know what I'm saying. You get it. You understand what I'm saying. But a very good card. Mac Wilson Sr. is here. Does get some theme teams as well. Doesn't actually get Lurk Artist. It does get Lurker, of course, but no Lurk Artist. But yeah, this card plays well. I don't know. Maybe I'm overrating him. I don't know. Next up, we got Mike Jones. Okay, 87 speed, 86 acceleration, good movement. And really the only, like, I don't like when EA does this, when they just drop run support linebackers. I mean, at least they gave him a little bit of zone coverage. In previous years, they probably would have given a guy like this like 70 zone coverage and just said, he's a great run stopper. But the problem with these run stopper guys is you drop guys that can play coverage, rush the passer, and run stop as well. So there was like value in it. I mean, this is, I don't know, I'm going on a stupid rant right now. I don't even know why I don't even know. But Mike Jones, he's good. Raiders, Rams, Steelers, some pretty good theme teams in there for Mike Jones. You might see him out there on the streets. Next up, Roquan Smith. Again, this is a card I view like he has 86, 87 speed. A little bit clunky movement, but look at that run support and look at the zone coverage, okay? All 32 team chems for him. Does only get Lurker, but that run support in the middle, Roquan Smith is a demon, okay? I think for the 32 team chem guys, the better one is Fred Warner. A little bit taller, kind of the same movement, but there's the run support stats, the zone coverage, and of course the speed on this card is going to be pretty good. And then he does get Lurk Artist, which, again, Roquan Smith does not. So that's why I lean Fred. But Fred's a demon. I think Fred's a card that's probably worth picking up, regardless of, like, if you're going to get all the crystals. Like, he's worth it. Like, I'm considering getting him for my team when I eventually build it up after Most Feared. That's my plan. But fully saddled Louis Kuhn, okay? Built to be a user, one of the best users every year whenever he gets upgrades. He kind of started as like a budget option, but then he actually got good in real life, and now he gets good cards. So, fully saddled Louis Kuhn, of course, Falcons, Jaguars. But look at it's the 90 agility on a linebacker, which is so rare. The tackling stats are there in that 90 zone coverage. This is one of the best users in the game right now. Jaguars theme team, good for you. You're getting a lot of love shown to you. Okay, Brian Urlacher. This one's close. Between Urlacher and fully saddled, I would go either way. I honestly would go either way. But I feel like a guy of Urlacher's size, crazy build, the zone coverage, the tackling, the pass rush is even there as well. So you have really every aspect you'd want. For a user, this is a good card. I will say though, like, obviously if you have any of the guys behind the guys up here on a theme team, that's where it's difficult. Like, if you have a 50-50 theme team, if you have a full 50-50 theme team, Fred Warner with crystals part 1, you're picking him over a lot of these guys. So that's where theme teams kind of get weird. I'm not going to get into that, but Urlacher, I think he's very good. It's mainly for the height and how well he moves at that height and has all the stats that make him very complete. Next up, we have Luke Kuechly. 87 speed at 6'3", 87 agility, 87 COD. Really good tackling stats as well. And then, of course, the coverage is also really good, too. And before we get to number 1, there is a card I do want to talk about. And that's, of course, AJ Hawk real quick. AJ Hawk is an all-32 team captain. I think my only issue with AJ Hawk is this. I think that there's better team captain options out there to fully upgrade. So that's why you won't see much of him, but he's an option. You know, potentially 88 speed, decent movement. So I just wanted to mention him real quick before we get to our number 1 guy. Of course, number 1 is going to be Ted Hendricks. And it's pretty much, it's like every version of Ted Hendricks pretty much. I would go this Ted Hendricks. I would go all the 32 team chem Ted Hendricks over anyone on here pretty much. The 6'7", the only real downfall with Ted Hendricks is his movement, but if you're 6'7", you're fine. You know, like you make up for it with your pure size, straight up, pause. But the run support's decent, the zone coverage is there. Of course, the abilities, the all 32. I think this is like the first ranked season cards. Like, you really couldn't have gone wrong with any of the choices that you made. They're all like top of their position. So Ted Hendricks, the same thing. I picked him and he's amazing. I only have this version. If you have top 100, then I'm sure he's crazier. But this card right here, I would say number 1. So those are the top 10, I guess, top 20 users. Maybe a little more like top 25 users in the game right now. Have a good rest of your day. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and watch these videos if you haven't yet already. I'll see you boys in the next one. Okay, goodbye. Have a good one. Goodbye.